Konnichiwa, Mina. This is G Sakura, and you're watching PokeCast. For number 2 in the Vehicles Make the Hero, I'll be talking about Racer X, Volume 1 from Wildstorm, from the Speed Racer universe. This is one of those I'm actually very excited to do, because I used to watch this show like crazy while growing up, of course. Most of us did, because back then we didn't know the difference between anime and cartoons just yet. Always was a fantastic series. A little hard to watch now for some reason, but still fantastic as ever. And what makes this one unique is this gives us a better look at, a reimagining of the origin of Racer X. For those of you who don't remember from what Lily actually did show us in the series, basically Rex Racer, Speed Racer's older brother, entered a race with the Mach 1. His father, Mr. Racer, was not pleased because it was still a prototype, and during the race, Rex crashes the prototype car, destroying it. He was fine, but of course, his father and him, both hotheads, father like son, I can't believe you did that, you destroyed my prototype, blah! Dad, you should be proud of me. I showed you that the prototype works. Yeah, I crashed it by accident. It was not really my fault, but you should be proud. Your son came alive out of that car. And plus, the car wasn't working properly anyways. Yeah, do better, Dad. And long story short, they part ways and never meet again. This is a nice way to introduce, who Racer X really was. And so, apparently, Rex has become an international raceway inspector. If you're not going to race because you don't want to show, you don't want to race in front of your dad, or, whatever the deal was, he at least stays inside the racing thing to, at least show, okay, I can inspect your tracks, make sure that everything is what you guys want. And that's what he does. He stays in that type of field to help out. And because of how infamous he does become with that, how highly regarded he is, Prince Kabbalah invites him to come see a new track that they're making. And he has probably one of those unique flights on a plane, a rights activist group that don't like their prince, tries to hijack the plane. Speed Racer, I knew I was going to do that. Rex Racer heroically stops them with the help of the prince's guards, and finally meets up with the prince. Really good way of, introducing, okay, this is the very beginning of his story. The very beginning to where he finally will become Racer X after, he meets up with the prince, I guess, who helps him become who he is destined to be. So it makes me very curious and really definitely want to get more to complete this series. Unfortunately, it's been one of those hard searches I have not seen any more from here. But when it comes to the art, the art alone was actually really well done. Just looking at this right here, with my grainy camera. Sorry, I don't have a very good camera, but it's the best I got. And they did a really good job with the art, and was able to keep it alive with some really good stories. So I'm very happy about that one. I'm very curious to see just how him and the prince become friends, because we're looking at the prince alone with the mask is probably the inspiration of why he decides to go for that type of mask alone. So very excited about that, and very happy to be able to review this comic. Definitely give this one high marks. it's worth read just because of all the excitement in there. And if you're a Speed Racer fan, it's a must-have, without a doubt. So, if you guys are ever looking for something fun to read, definitely check this one out. This is T. Sakura saying ciao and sayonara.